3D geometry. In 3D geometry, we are going to talk about directional angles, directional cosines, and directional ratios. That is the first part of the chapter. And the second part of the chapter will contain angle between two lines. So let's start. The rectangular Cartesian coordinates in the space. Let's say this is the space O. Then we know this is called the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. The negative sides of x, y, z are also denoted by x dash, z dash, y dash. This is all we need to know about the coordinates. Now directional angles. What are we talking about directional angles? The angles made by a line with the positive direction of x, y, z are called directional angles of that line. If a line makes angle alpha, beta, gamma with a positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively, then they are called directional angles of the line. So if a line makes alpha, beta, gamma with the positive x, y, z, then they are called directional angles of the line. Okay. Now what are directional cosines? Directional cosines, if alpha, beta and gamma are the directional angles of a line, then the cosines of these angles are cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called directional cosines of the line, also called DCS. Please remember, directional cosines are also called DCS. They are also denoted by LMN, also known as LMN. So L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta, and N is equal to cos gamma. Remarks. Please note, if alpha, beta, gamma are directional angles of a line, let's make a note here. If alpha, beta, gamma are directional angles of a line, then alpha is less than equal to 0 and pi is less than equal to beta and gamma individually. Okay. A directed vector has unique direction cosines. Parallel lines have same direction cosines. So we need to know parallel lines have same direction cosines. That is DCS, as we have discussed earlier. Now let's study some theorems about 3D geometry. The first theorem states that if L, M and N are the directional cosines of a line, then L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. That is the first theorem. Then we have to prove L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. So for this, let's draw a diagram. I'll name this as X, this as Z, and this as Y. Let's take this an imaginary line. Name it L dash. Okay. Let it make gamma here. This angle should be beta, and this angle be alpha. Let there be another line A, B. Okay, so let's start the proof. consider a line L passing through the origin and parallel to line AB. Let P x comma y comma z be a point on the line L and LOP is equal to radius. The position vector of point P is plus Z K vector. If alpha, beta and gamma are the direction angles of the line OP, then as we have said, L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta, N is equal to cos gamma. Now consider is xi plus yj plus zk is equal to x. Also consider is equal to mod of OP cos alpha is equal to r cos alpha. Therefore x is equal to r cos alpha. From the above equation, state this as 1, this as 2, so this from 1 and 2. Similarly, we have y is equal to r cos beta, z is equal to r cos gamma. Therefore, okay. So similarly, we can say therefore OP is equal to r cos alpha plus r cos beta plus r plus gamma k. So now OP is equal to square. Therefore r cos alpha square plus r cos beta square plus r cos gamma square is equal to r square. Therefore r square cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to r square. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. Therefore L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1. Hence we have proved the theorem. Now direction ratios. Let's talk about some direction ratios. The real numbers proportional to the direction cosines of a line are called direction ratios of a line. Say if a, b, c are real numbers and l, m and n are direction cosines of a line. Let's say a, b and c are real numbers and l, m, n are directional cosines of a line such that a upon l is equal to b upon m is equal to c upon n is equal to lambda, a constant. Then a, b, c are called directional ratios of that line. So this a, b and c are called directional ratios of that line. If a line makes angle 45, 60 and 60 degree with positive directions of x, y, z respectively, then directional cosines of the line will be, as I have said, it will make 45, 60 and 60 degrees with positive x, y and z. Therefore, L is equal to cos 45, that is 1 by root 2. Then M is equal to cos 60, that is 1 by 2. And similarly for N, that is 1 by 2, that is cos 60. And direction ratios would be any real numbers proportional to the above directional cosines. So 1, 1 by root 2, 1 or root 2, 1, root 2 will be the directional ratios of the given line. Okay. Now let's take an example. The direction ratio of are -2 to 1 if A is 4, 1, 5 and length AB is 6 units. Find the coordinates of B. Guys, this is a very important question in terms of exam perspective. You please practice this kind of sum and please pay attention to this sum. Now let's start the solution. The directional ratios of AB are -2, 2, 1, that is given. Now let L, M, N be the directional cosines of AB. Therefore, L is equal to plus or minus two square plus 1 square is equal to plus or minus 2 by 3. M is equal to plus or minus 2 upon -2 the whole square plus 2 square plus 1 square is equal to plus minus 2 by 3. N is equal to plus minus 1 upon -2 square plus 2 square plus 1 square is equal to plus or minus 1 by 3. Now A is given as 4, 1, 5 and A, B is given as 6. So if B is x comma y comma z, then x minus 4 is equal to plus or minus 2 by 3 ab, y minus 1 is equal to plus or minus 2 by 3 ab, z minus 5 is equal to plus minus 1 by 3 ab, x is equal to 4 plus or minus 2 by 3 6. Therefore x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 8. Now y is equal to 1 plus or minus 2 by 3 6. Therefore y is equal to 5 or y is equal to minus 3. Z is equal to 5 plus or minus 1 by 3 6. Therefore z is equal to 7 or z is equal to 3. Therefore b have 0, 5, 7 or b is 8, minus 3, 3. Now let's do another sum, guys. The sum we are going to take is, if a line makes angles alpha, beta and gamma with the coordinate axis, then prove that sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is equal to 2, and we have another proof that is cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma is equal to minus 1. So let's start the solution. Since alpha, beta and gamma are the angles made by the line with the coordinate axis, therefore cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. Term this as equation 1. Now solving the first proof that sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is equal to 1 minus cos square alpha plus 1 minus cos square beta plus 1 minus cos square gamma is equal to 3 minus cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 3 minus 1. As we know, this is 1. Answer is 2. Hence we have proved it. Now the second part. Cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma is also 2 cos square alpha minus 1 plus 2 cos square beta minus 1 plus 2 cos square gamma minus 1, that is 2 cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma minus 3, that is 2 into 1 minus 3, that is equal to minus 1, and hence proved. Here we will take another example. We have to find the value of lambda, for which points are 6 comma minus 1 comma 2, 8 comma minus 7 comma alpha, and 5 comma 2 comma 4 are collinear. Now the solution would be, let A be 6 comma minus 1 comma 2, B be 8 comma minus 7 comma lambda, C be 5 comma 2 comma 4. Direction ratios of line AB are, direction ratios are AB are 8 minus 6 comma minus 7 minus 1 lambda minus 2, that is 2 minus 6 lambda minus 2. Direction ratios of line AC are 5 minus 6, 2 minus 1, 4 minus 2, that is minus 1, 3, 2. Since point ABC are collinear, the direction ratios of line AB and line AC are proportional. So therefore 2 upon minus 1 is equal to minus 6 upon 3 is equal to lambda minus 2 by 2. Therefore lambda minus 2 upon 2 is equal to minus 2. Therefore lambda minus 2 is equal to minus 4. Lambda is equal to minus 2, and hence done. Now we will talk about angle between two lines. This is the second part of the chapter, angle between two lines. The angle between two lines is defined as the angle between two vectors parallel to the lines. I repeat, the angle between two lines is defined as the angle between two vectors parallel to the line. So we have the theorem 1. The acute angle theta between two lines with directional cosines L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2 is given by cos theta is equal to mod of L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2. I'll write it down for you guys. That is the acute angle theta between two lines with directional cosine L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2 is given by cos theta is equal to mod of L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2. Note in the given theorem, if theta is not mentioned to be acute, if theta is not mentioned to be acute, then cos theta is equal to plus or minus L1 L2 plus m1 m2 plus n1 n2. The formula changes to this if theta is not mentioned to be acute. Please note of this. This will be very important. They may try to fool you in exam. Now let's do one sum. First we'll take an easy one. Find the measure of acute angle between vectors whose direction ratios are are 3, 2, 6 and -2, 1, 2. So the answer would be, let the direction ratios of vector A be A1, B1, C1 and of vector B A2, B2, C2. Therefore, acute angle between vector A and vector B is given by vector A, and vector B is given by cos theta is equal to A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 upon square root of A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square multiplied by another square root of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Here A1 is equal to 3, B1 is equal to 2, C1 is equal to 6 and A2 is equal to -2, B2 is equal to 1, C2 is equal to 2. Therefore, cos theta is equal to 3 into -2 plus 2 into 1 plus 6 into 2 upon square root of 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square into square root of -2 the whole square plus 1 square plus 2 square. Therefore, -6 plus 2 plus 12 upon of 9 plus 4 plus 36 into 4 plus 1 plus 4, 4 plus 1 plus 4, that is 8 on 7 into 3, that is 8 by 21, that is cos theta. Therefore, theta is equal to cos inverse of 8 by 21, and that is the answer. Now we'll do another sum. Now the question says show that the vector AB is perpendicular to CD, where A is now vector AB and CD, where A is 3, 4, -2, B is 1, -1, 2, C is 0, 3, 2 and D is 3, 5, 6. Now the solution would be Let the direction ratios of the line along the vector AB B A1 is equal to 1 minus 3 is equal to minus 2, B1 is equal to minus 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 5, C1 is equal to 2 minus of minus 2, that is 4. Let the direction ratios of the line along vector CD B A2 is equal to 3 minus 0 is equal to 3, B2 is equal to 5 minus 3 is equal to 2, C2 is equal to 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Therefore, A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to minus 2 3 minus 5 into 2 plus 4 into 4. The answer is minus 6 minus 10 plus 16 is equal to 0. Therefore, AB is perpendicular to CD. Now we take another sum. We have to find K if triangle ABC is right angled at B where A 5, 6, 4, B is 4, 4, 1, C is 8, 2, K, the solution would be the direction ratios of side AB, direction ratios side AB are A1 is equal to 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 1, B1 is equal to 4 minus 6 is minus 2, C1 is equal to 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 3. The direction ratios of side BC are A2 is equal to 8 minus 4 is 4, B2 is equal to 2 minus 4 is minus 2, C2 is equal to K minus 1. Since triangle is ABC is right angle triangle at B, therefore AB perpendicular to BC, therefore A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. Therefore minus 1 into 4 minus 2 into minus 2 minus 3 into bracket K minus 1 is equal to 0. So minus 4 plus 4 minus 3 into bracket K minus 1 is equal to 0. So minus 3 bracket K minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore K minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore K is equal to 1. Hence we have got the value of K.